Yo, what's up everybody? Today is day 1 of the 100 days of making comics. So before I actually start my day 1 work, I got some other work that I need to do, and I got a friend coming in who's gonna help me out with some stuff. So yeah, you'll get to see him. So man, I'm excited. So the most important aspect of creating anything, for me at least, is story. Story is king, and I believe in that. So for a project as big as the one I'm about to embark upon, I didn't want to do this part alone. So I brought in some help. Later that day, I went to my local bus stop to pick up my friend Sashi. Me and Sashi have been friends since the college days, the good old days of college. You know, yeah, college. So yeah, we share a similar interest for telling stories, filmmaking, art, and movies and all that stuff. We even made our very first short film together where I got to work as a cameraman for the very first time. So if you want to go watch that thing, links are down below in the doobly-doo description and all that stuff. Before you go watch that, please go easy on us because it was literally the first time for us, making a short film, and it was a horror short film. So yeah, we weren't that good. So anyways, me and Sashi sat down on that day, talked about everything that I had in mind for my story that I wanted to tell, the plot points, the ideas, the characters, the world, the philosophies, the type of comic I want to make, the template. Yeah, because that's really important. And overall, we had a really good conversation that day. He and I are going to be working on this story. He's going to be my story artist because he's got a knack for telling really good stories. So that's why he's my story artist. We're gonna work on the story together. Yay! So then the story simmered in my head on day 2. Did some sketches on my sketchbook later that night to do some figuring out. So in fact, I've actually done a lot of sketches for the main character already on my sketchbook before the challenge even begun. Day 3 was nothing more than simple color tests for the comic book, trying to figure out the color schemes for the main character and the world I'm trying to build. I even went out later that day to buy some lights for my new room because, yeah, see that? See how my face is all lit? Yeah, that's because I bought some new lights. So day 4 and 5 was when I actually began the real work, locking on the design for the main character. People who have actually seen some of my previous episodes of the vlog might know that I was actually planning on doing a comic based on a story of a rabbit. I was pumped, I was inspired to execute on that project, but something didn't feel right. I planned on doing a comic on this rabbit, not because I had a story to tell, because I just wanted to make a comic, get a comic under my belt, learn the process of making a comic, so I can prepare myself for this other big ambitious project that I had in mind, which is the one that I'm doing right now. So here's how it all changed. Just a few days before the challenge began, I told myself that I should stop putting things off into the future and trying to get ready for the things in the future and just do the thing that I really wanted to do. So I was like, yeah, just stop, just do it. So I dropped the bunny story that I had and committed myself to telling the big story that I originally planned on making a comic book on. And I've already told you what the story is about. This is the story of a boy set in this big fantasy world, and you're probably not going to get more information out of me for a while now because I don't want to give out the names of the characters or the comic or anything else for that matter for a week or so that I can actually get the legalities and the trademark things out of the way. I just want to make this thing right, do it properly for the first time so that I'll just register and trademark the main names for these things. So when I actually began the 100 Days of Comics challenge, I was a bit doubtful whether I was ready to do this project or not because I thought I wasn't artistically ready yet to do this project. I thought I needed to practice more, get better as an artist first, and take up this project. But only after I did the first 2 illustrations, the one I did in episode 1 and the one I'm doing right now, I realized that I was actually never going to be quote-unquote ready to do this project. Actually, it's not about actually, no, why do I keep saying actually a lot? Actually, it's not about getting ready to do this project. It's actually about, it's about throwing myself into this project and getting ready in the process of making the project. So the project is set up so that it makes me better as an artist by way of just doing it. Yeah, you get the point. On day 6, I just went back into my sketchbook, redrew the character over and over again to get familiarize myself with the main character, because I need to draw him a lot. So yeah, I did that, which by the way, I'll be posting all my sketches, the behind the scene doodles and all that stuff on my Patreon. I'll be posting that probably in like 24 to 48 hours from this episode. So yeah, if you want that, go sign up or something. So after I was done with the main inks for the character, I sat down, colored this baby up while I was watching a few episodes of Friends from season 1. By the way, that is a good show. Watch that. It's a good show. On day 7, I sat down for a long time and figured out the story, went into the details, the plot points, the background story of the main character, the side characters, the overall world, what does it stand for, what does it mean, just the details of just figuring out the story, which again is king. That's what actually attracts people into whatever that is that you're doing, By the way, this is one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received from a really brilliant artist named Will Terrell, and he told, not me, through one of his YouTube videos, that if you want to make your drawings look interesting, tell a story. That's the best freaking way to make a drawing interesting, or do whatever you do interesting. So yeah, tell a story and have this really good story. I just need to back that story up with good drawing. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Okay, that's pretty much it. Awkward ending. By the way, awkward ending is what we do here. Sometimes when we don't know how to end an episode, we just go like awkward ending, then the story.